danger when I step in the room. There is danger when I step in the room. There is danger when I step in the room. Come on, man, give me that good vibes, yeah, man, get it back. Give me that good vibes, yeah, man, get it back. My man, give me that. Take your energy, I want mine back. Come on. How about give me that? Take your energy, I want mine back. Danger when I step in the room. There is danger when I step in the room. There is danger when I step in the room.
All right, today's video is sponsored by The Finals, the free-to-play FPS that launched with a bang and has been evolving ever since. I've had a lot of requests to talk about The Finals, especially with Season 6 dropping and the game pushing towards esports with a $100,000 tournament on the horizon in Season 8. But how much has The Finals actually changed since launch? Are the updates keeping the game fresh, or are we looking at a game struggling to keep players engaged? The formalities before we get into it, if you guys want to check out The Finals, there is a link in the description down below. And a big shout out to Embark Studios for their first sponsorship on the channel to put this game back on everybody's radar. Leave a like on the video and subscribe for more FPS content. My name is Big Fry. Let's talk about The Finals. So, okay, if you somehow missed this one, The Finals is a team-based first-person shooter that's all about mobility, destruction, and tactical chaos. Unlike your standard arena shooters, this game kind of lets you blow apart the entire map, blow up buildings, zipline across rooftops, and use the environment to outplay your enemies. You have movement, and it's fast as hell. The gunplay, tight, satisfying, and the destruction is genuinely impressive and very reminiscent of games we played growing up. Every match plays out differently. You might be holding a rooftop 1 second, and then the next you're caught in a gravity well trying to steal the cash out, and you're just getting shot from all sides. It's literal chaos. And this is the kind of innovation that we have been asking for in terms of like destructibility and like dynamic environments. The Finals killed it. But I think what's really kept this game alive and evolving is how Embark Studios has been actively updating it, adding new weapons, game modes, competitive features, and now we have Season 6, which if you guys are watching this video, chances are Season 6 has already dropped with new weapons like the M134 minigun, which absolutely fucks. They also brought in a CBL1 repeater and the ARN220 to tactical assault rifle for light players. They've completely revamped progression across all modes. They're bringing back Team Deathmatch. They've revamped the Las Vegas map to make it more of an arena. They've expanded Power Shift to more maps and the ability to save outfits and just apply them across all of your characters. And as they're ramping up to this $100,000 esports tournament later this year, they're also expanding how private matches and spectator mode works with a ton of improvements across the board. This update is insane. But this video isn't just about Season 6. I wanted to talk about all of the updates that they've put into the game since launch. The Finals has been throwing content at us, including new game modes like Power Shift, which is the moving platform-based mode where teams fight to push it to their base. You have Terminal Attack, which is a 5v5 attack and defend mode that brings a way more tactical feel to the game. They have Team Deathmatch, which is basically just a pure frag mode for those who just want to shoot other players. And then they have a bunch of limited time modes that are always going on, basically experimental modes, kind of shaking up the gameplay and just testing things out. They've also brought in a World Tour, which is a structured league system from bronze to gold for competitive rankings. Now, one of the big criticism points that I had at launch was there just wasn't enough maps to really keep people engaged long term. Since that time, there has been 4 additional maps added to the game, including Cis Horizon, which is like a glitchy cyberpunk-inspired cityscape. You have Kyoto, which is basically a temple, bamboo-filled traditional Japanese aesthetic. You have Fortune Stadium, which is a high-rise urban battlefield, and you have Bernal, which is a vibrant Mexican town built for mid-range fights. A bunch of new weapons have come to the game. For the light class, we've seen the 93R, the recurve bow. The medium class has seen the FAMAS, the dual blades, the Cerberus 12 gauge, and the heavy has seen the spear, the KS-23, the Akimbo 50 cal, and the Shaq 50, and that's not including the weapons coming with Season 6 that we saw earlier. New gadgets, including the anti-gravity cube that you guys saw before, the dematerializer, which lets you phase through walls and a winch claw for the heavies that lets you pull enemies towards you on some Mortal Kombat shit. And in terms of just gameplay and quality of life improvements, we've seen a complete overhaul to the league, which includes better matchmaking. We've seen new sights and scope options, red dot scopes, and even more customization over there. Reduced visual recoil, which allows for better aiming and hit detection. We've seen 120 Hz support on next-gen consoles for my console people. All of this adds up to a game that over the past 15 months is just evolving so fast. But the question is it enough to keep players engaged long term? Now, this is where things get really interesting. Embark Studios is pushing the finals towards esports, finally, and they're putting real money behind it. Later this year, there's a $100,000 prize pool tournament, and if they pull this off the right way, I think it could be huge for the competitive FPS scene. I've always felt that the finals should be catering towards an esports crowd. The game is literally built for it, and I think it would be just insane viewing potential. The movement and destruction, I think, make for insane highlight clips, but balancing a game like this for high-level play, I think, is probably a little bit trickier than we think. And if this tournament goes well and they nail it, we could be looking at the next big competitive shooter. If not, it's going to be an unfortunate blow for the game and the developers who, in my opinion, have been putting in a lot of great work, bringing maps, modes, guns, the live service support that we're used to from the AAA space. Embark Studios is able to do that on a much smaller level with a much smaller budget and a much smaller team. I think they're killing it. I really do think this game deserves a ton more eyes and a ton more success. The game's player numbers are nowhere near indicative of the quality level of this game, and I have said that since day one. Now, it can't be a Big Fry video without giving some actual critique. I know their focus is on this $100,000 esports tournament, and I do think that there is an esports level quality here that this game could absolutely fly on. But what I think the developers are actually forgetting about is that casual, fun-having audience that wanted to hop in, throw some jump portals around, hop around, low grab. The casual audience, I think, is being left a little bit in the dust here. What I would like to see these developers focus on in future seasons are fun, casualized game modes where it's not so try-hard sweaty. I think this game is ripe for the picking for a casual, just a series of very fun arcade modes that are good for parties. Make them like 5v5. Hell, you could even go like 10v10, blow it up. Like, seriously, watching this gameplay, how we don't have like low gravity 5v5 basketball where you can literally carry the ball like this, drop it into hoops. We need shit like that to de-stress after playing against a bunch of light players with swords who are cloaked in the corner. There's a casual audience here that I think really attached to the game in the early days, and I feel like since then we have been left with a very competitive esports heavy feel to the game, which is a good thing, but at the same time you still need that fun factor for the guys who don't just want to sweat all the time. And with me working on this video and providing that feedback directly to Embark, they've also assured me that with Season 6, some of their limited time game modes are going to be that casual, fun, jump in and just have a good time without having to sweat. And reading through a lot of the reviews, now the game is sitting at very positive on Steam. Reading through some of those negative reviews, that is something that a lot of people are looking for, is just looking to have some fun, blow shit up, and not have to sweat, lean, hunch forward gamer moment every single time they log in. All right, with that rant out of the way and with all of that said, the finals is one of the most polished FPSs that you can play right now. It has the destruction that we've been looking for in other franchises. It has a really good player controller, smooth animation, smooth gameplay. I know a lot of my audience is more of a fan of, one-shot headshot, a little bit more hardcore. This game has a long time to kill. But with that also comes a really high skill ceiling that I think would just fucking kill in an esports setting. And 15 months after launch, we're finally getting to that point. I'm actually shocked looking back, like it doesn't feel like it's only been 15 months, like it's just over a year. It feels like it's been around and kind of been like a staple around this channel for like the last 3 or 4 years. Again, 2020 onward, time is a circle. It's very weird. But I really hope this esports tournament brings a lot of eyes back to the game. because I think it deserves it. Only time's gonna tell. I'm very excited to see how that esports tournament works out. So the big question is, should you jump into the finals for the first time? If you're somebody who played it in the past, is it worth jumping back? Look, I know this is a sponsored video. I know a lot of you guys hate sponsored content. I have been a fan of the finals since the very first time I got my hands on it, way back during their alpha. You can go back on this channel and you can see a ton of unsponsored videos praising the absolute shit out of not only the game itself, but the dev team for providing something of this high quality for completely free. If you're a fan of faster paced FPS, longer time to kill, higher skill ceiling, and just crazy chaotic gameplay, then yeah, the game is completely free. Just check it out. If you haven't done so, do it. And if you're somebody who fell off along the way, maybe around season 1, 2, or even 3, come back, new season's out, ton of updates since then. Check it out and get a fresh look. And if you do want to jump in, hit the link in the description and check out the finals for yourself. It obviously helps the channel and you get to experience some of the craziest FPS gameplay out there right now. Let me know in the comments what you guys think of the finals right now. Are you playing it? Do you think this game is ready for esports, or is it too chaotic for esports? Let me know your thoughts down below. Hit that like button, subscribe, and check out the pinned comment for the finals. Big shout out to Embark Studios for sponsoring this one. My name is Big Fry, and I'll see you on the next one.